going on, guys? This is my 05 Dodge Neon SRT-4. Picked her up about a month ago. Wanted a daily driver because this old girl right here only gets about 12 miles per gallon, and she most likely has a blown head gasket. So I want to rip that motor out, do a new build on the engine, do a whole new setup, the whole 9 yards. And then I really want to put a manual transmission in this thing. Basically make a SRT-10 truck, but with a Hemi 5.7 V8. So, got this turd. She ain't never really a turd. She looks like one, but picked up this car from a dude. He supposedly didn't do anything to it, but the guy he had it before him did a bunch of work. Probably wouldn't say the best work, but he did a bunch of work, put a bunch of money into it. So as you can tell, we got a big intercooler sticking out through right there. Got that done. He put an AGP turbo on it, injectors, 3-inch exhaust, down pipe all the way to the back to dual exhaust. She looks awesome, sounds awesome. She's also on coilovers. She's been lowered. I'm actually going to raise her up a little bit because in South Carolina there's way too many stinging potholes and bumps and this and that. I really don't want to be having to replace oil pans and this and that. I know the transmission's already leaking from where it got smacked, so I really don't want it that low. I want it stanced out to where it looks good, but I don't like it that low. So she's not too bad. Got the sunroof. Paint is she's got paint, that's about it. But other than that, she's not too shabby. The biggest thing on this one is because they threw a bunch of money at it, put through a bunch of parts at it, but they never did anything correctly. She doesn't run the best. I know she can probably hit about 30 pounds boost on this turbo setup and everything, but I don't trust it. And also she's just not a good daily right now because of she's not tuned at all. So they threw all these big high performance parts on it and never got her tuned. So currently I'm working with AGP, doing a tune on the Diablo Sport tuner. So first time tuning with these 4 bangers. I've always been a diesel or V8 guy. First time with this kind of car, but I always loved them. They're rare, or per se rare. They didn't make a lot of these. Usually they're found wrecked, destroyed, this whole 9 yards. But I'm gonna get this girl running right, get her shined up, eventually do a paint job, just do the whole 9, and just make a clean daily, hopefully 400 to the wheel horsepower SRT-4. Going back and forth between work, going on trips, going running errands, whatever she needs to do. And then along the way, if I need to head down to Mexico and take a couple hits and take some money from people, that's what we'll do. But we shall see. So this is what I'm starting on this thing. Like I said, I'm having to get the tune dialed in first. I'm working with AGP on that one. So once I get that tune dialed in, we'll start working on all the other little things on this. But that's the first thing we got to take care of. All right, it is time to see what this girl has. So dude man I bought it from did nothing to this thing, supposedly. Guy he bought it from before him did a bunch of work to this, slapped together, didn't do anything correct. So got this thing with a big turbo kit from AGP, 1200 1400 cc injectors from AGP, 3-inch exhaust all the way back, a bunch of other mods. So they threw all this thing together, but never had it properly tuned. So reached out to AGP, having them tune it. So they just sent me the first tune on this, got that done, put it in here. However, I have to add a couple different things. So once I've done the modifications requested on that, I got to send some data logs to him, see what they look like, see what he thinks, and we'll go from there. But I went ahead and got the tune put in the car, got that uploaded, got the parameters set, so that's done. I'm going to do a couple things tomorrow before I can do the data logs that he's requesting. So let's go see. what we're working with. Alright, so this is what we're working with. Let's see if I can get a peek at her. AGP, big turbo, I think it's a .48 ER, 50 trim. We got a fuel regulator with a return line. I gotta adjust that. Let's see if I can get her focus. Yeah. Peek down here. Yeah. No, can't see it. There she is. Alright, got a return line as well, so I gotta get that adjusted to 43 psi. Got a Boomba fuel rail, the 1200, 1400 cc injectors, all that good stuff. So I have to get that adjusted to 43 psi. Also have to install my 3-bar map sensor. Go ahead and get that in. I have the 3-bar temp sensor coming from AGP. Gotta wait on that. So I gotta get that adjusted, get that taken care of. And the one thing that I'm gonna have to figure out is this is my main boost line right here. This is the janky boost controller thing going on here that is gonna get ripped out because that thing is like $15 on Amazon, and I do not trust it with this setup. So I gotta figure out how I wanna get this boost controller or boost line over to that nipple on the back side of there for the vacuum line. So I'm gonna have straight boost going there, get that installed, get that adjusted, and then I'll be able to do a data log tomorrow at idle, and I think at 3,000 RPMs, and see what she does and go from there. So hopefully after everything's done, I'm going to be running this on pump gas. Hopefully after everything's done, I'm going to be in the 400 range to the wheel. Don't know, well, I'll just have to see. But I do know she will spike straight past 20 psi and climb, and I don't know how much further it goes because this thing only reads to 20 psi. So we shall see. But yeah, she has beat the crap up. This bugs the hell out of me. Do not know why he did all this crap. Like, look at all this. Don't know why this is like this. That's been moved. Battery's been relocated to the back. All that is just a mess. But I want to get her tuned right, get her running right before I mess with anything else. Get a better boost controller in there, start dialing her in, and go from there. Alright, back on this girl. So, start off with get my fuel gauge or fuel pressure adjusted, get that taken care of. I did have to actually tighten up that return line. She was spewing gas. Actually made, so if y'all don't know, find it, there you go. You got your jumper wire. You can run this thing and get your fuel pressure set and everything like that, or take a jumper wire, get this thing popped off. So this is your fuel relay. So throw that to the side real quick, don't lose it. And basically you'll take one of these ends, you're gonna put it in that one and this one. When you do that, it'll kick the fuel pump on, and you can adjust it not to run the car or anything like that. But made this real quick. Awesome. They're just some pins I had left over from doing a connector. But make sure you put her back in. Set her back on there. Good. Alright. So got that taken care of, fixed the fuel leak, got everything hung back up, cleaned up, good to go there. Like I said, got my main boost line coming from that side. I teed it off so it wasn't going to be in line with the fuel boost controller, so that's directly. So I got that, got some clamps on there because I've had an issue, especially with this one blowing off, this tip line that blows off easily, and I think I've had this blow off too. So made sure I got that thing clamped there good, got it zip tied as best we can. All these fit in the barb, so I shouldn't have an issue. Gotta get that changed out. That is the old map sensor. I gotta get the adapter block and the 3-bar installed real quick, and once I do that, we'll be able to do the first startup, get it idling, and do our first data log. running now. That is the 3-bar map adapter that I was talking about. Got that installed. Got my strut brace back in now. I don't know, I'm assuming this used to be the original aftermarket Mopar strut bar. I don't know, from what I can see online, this is what you could buy from Dodge, Mopar, whatever, and have it. The only thing that sucks is it looks like there used to be a data plate right there, and it's been rubbed off, who knows what. I would love to have a data plate back, or whatever was on there with a Mopar M or whatever, to finish that off if that is a original Mopar strut support. So let me know if y'all know where I could get a new data plate, if there is one or anything to that extent. But she's running pretty good. I'm just trying to wait, letting her warm up. Oh, she's about there. So about to start my first data log, and we'll see what she does. She's at operating temp, running the first data log, just at idle. Gonna do it for a couple minutes. Let's see what she does. Looks like she's holding pretty good on most of all the numbers. So let's let her sit like that. And by the way, these Diablos are cool and all, but they are not user friendly whatsoever. It took me like, I don't know, 20 minutes just to put those 6 parameters on there, or PIDs, or whatever you want to call them, is what I'm looking for on this log that will be recorded. So took me about 20 minutes just to add 6 of those. It's absolutely ridiculous. I have one of these Blue Driver OBD plugins. Love this thing. Love it, love it, love it. These things are like $100. It's all Bluetooth. It goes through your phone. There's an app. You can do live data and everything like that. It doesn't go into detail as the Diablo, sadly, so I can't use it for my data logs. However, that thing for any other vehicle, family, friends, anything like that, it is awesome. So family's like, crap, my check engine light, plug that sucker up, see what codes are and everything like that. And sometimes it even gives you steps to diagnose it or possible fixes and all that good stuff. But that thing is so user friendly. I love it. Takes 2 clicks, pull your gauges up, and you can watch it on your phone. I'll put it up there and I can watch it and see what my fuel trims are and all that good stuff. Sadly, it didn't have what I needed for this data log, so I'm just gonna have to let this thing record and go from there. Got this thing hooked up, got the file sent. Let me get her pulled up down here. Alright, got my logs. Do not understand why. So before I did these logs, these 2 are already there. You can see the dates, 5/14 of 2024. These 3 logs were not there. And I took 3 logs when I was driving the car around and everything like that. But they're still showing 5/15. I'm not sure if there's a way on these Diablos to change the dates or anything like that, because clearly today is 5/26 and not 5/14. But either way, got those 3 sent. Just gotta wait for a response from him. Probably won't hear anything till Tuesday. Once he sees these, he works on those. We'll get the updated tune installed in the car and just go from there. But I tell you, it is hard as crap not to go wide open throttle right now. So hopefully we get logs back, we get this thing moving, get this thing dialed in, and actually making some reliable, consistent power out of this thing and actually get it to stop jumping around. Because the biggest thing right now is she'll move up in 5th gear, cruising down the interstate going about 60 to 100 in that range, but at low speeds, 1st, 2nd, 3rd gear, she just is not happy whatsoever. I keep on getting codes popping up on the dash. It's just, she runs rough. I'm so ready to get this thing dialed in, so we shall see.